Hey guys, what's up? Chris here from fulllifefreedom.com. Hope you're all doing well. And in this video, I wanted to discuss my launch strategy when I newly publish a new Kindle book. And hopefully this is going to help some guys out there, yourselves, if you're new to Kindle publishing, or whether you don't have a kind of fine-tuned process and system of how to launch one of your books correctly, and really what you should be doing in one way or another. You can have your own take on this, but I'll just reveal my ways of going about it and how I get sales and rankings straight off the bat. So I've wrote down the 7 steps to this, because the reality is there's not just one or two things you can do. If you really want to make sure that you're going to get, page 1 rankings and pretty much instant downloads, sales, whatever it may be, I believe there's certain things that you're going to have to do 100% of the time, pretty much every time. But the process as you go along through the months with your Kindle publishing business are going to get easier and easier by just obviously repetitiveness, making sure that you've got an email list to promote to, and obviously just kind of ring fencing off your own customer base and an audience that you have control over, and not always dependent on Amazon's natural search and organic sales. So I'll give you kind of a rundown through the 7 steps that I go through as to how I launch my book now. Okay, so I got asked this in a comment, what's my process? So hopefully this is going to benefit you. First things first, when to publish. Every single book that I've ever published, and always continue to do so and I always will, is always going to be published on either a late Saturday night or early hours Sunday morning. And when I say early hours, I mean relatively early, because I'm in the UK, so at least Amazon.com, where some of you will be watching this from the US, you are going to be 5 to 9 hours behind me. So I make sure that it's either on a Saturday night or an early Sunday morning, so that Amazon.com for the US market, for you out there in the US, are going to be able to purchase that book straight off the bat early Sunday morning. Because typically, Sunday typically is going to be the best day for your Kindle books to be making sales or have as most downloads as you can possibly get throughout the 7 days in the week. So I always make sure that it's available logically to the mass market on the best day possible and as early as possible, so it can maximize its potential on the whole of Sunday, as opposed to it being just listed in the evenings or late at night. So yeah, I want the early morning, book purchasers who are out there, commuting to work, just want a book for the Sunday day, whatever it may be, so that they can purchase it straight away on the Sunday morning. So Sunday mornings are the best mornings for it to make sure that it's listed live. Whenever you need to do that, you can figure that one out for yourself, because it usually takes, just to let you know as well, depends different for different books, but 3 to 6 hours to go live after publishing it and go through the process of the KDP, Amazon's system. So yeah, second thing is I list it at 99 cents first, and from that, the whole week, when you list it on the Sunday for 99 cents, I will then promote it twice a day, morning and evening, to social media platforms, your typical stuff like Facebook groups, Twitter accounts, etc. But also once every Monday, I think I do Sunday, Wednesday and Friday throughout the first week, I will promote to an email list that I've built up over time, that is targeted, that I've cornered off, and I know exactly what it is their interests are, what they like. Some of you might not have email lists. Get onto that as soon as possible. Make sure you've got something to promote, free giveaway in your books, to start collecting those emails, because as the process goes along, you're just going to find that almost one of the most valuable things in your Kindle publishing business is going to be your email lists that are targeted and that are cornered off to the people's interests that have signed up for the free giveaway, whatever you're offering in your books. I will also, and sometimes you may not have a virtual assistant, I have virtual assistants, so whether it be yourself or your virtual assistant, from the Sunday to the following Saturday, you want them to obviously promote the book, of course, but in that period of time to do their review swaps. That is when it's going to make the most impact. You're going to get the most paid downloads, sales, etc., all combining. And like I've said in the previous video, the first 2 to 3 days are quite critical in how your book's going to rank. It needs to be, all hands on deck on how you're going to promote that in the first few days and getting paid sales, reviews, etc. You need to do everything and anything that you can do to make sure that you personally are giving it the biggest push possible in the first few days, in the first week. Now, the next process is Sunday to the Saturday, twice a day on your social media platforms, the accounts, the groups, etc. Schedule it then for the 5-day free promotion on the following Sunday. So that then it's going to have some reviews to the book, at least, hopefully, if you've done the system, the processes properly. And then from that point, put it on 5-day free promotion, and again, same process, promote it twice a day. It's just what I do. So to all the groups, etc., that it's on free promotion. After that, in that 5-day free promotion, hopefully whether it be yourself or it's going to be virtual assistants, make sure you do absolutely everything within your power to make sure you're going to get the most downloads you possibly need to make sure that you're going to stand out from the crowd and going to make yourselves and the book, your book, the logical choice for the consumers and the people who are buying, in your niche. One thing that what I do want to add is because, in my opinion, the biggest difference as to when it comes to launching your book later down the line, and is going back to what I said, which is you're going to be your email lists. People or publishers out there who've been doing it for a long while, who have built up lists of 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, etc., that have a targeted email list, meaning that they know the people on that list are pre-qualified into the niches or the interests that your book's involved with and what you're publishing in. You'd be surprised how effective that can be. Now, I would strongly advise that you get onto that as soon as possible. Make sure that you start building your email list kind of straight off the bat, and it's going to prove to be probably one of the most valuable assets in your business. Because I will talk about this in depth in another video, but that email list is direct to consumers. You've got contact direct to consumers that you already know are interested in your niche. So that's my strategy on the one side, but later down the line why I'm adding this is because I can now get hundreds of downloads instantly with literally just one push of a promo to groups that have, the email list, targeted followers. Instagram is one, and you need to start building a proper business, guys. You can only go so far on the back of Amazon's artificial boost that they give you at the start. It needs to be down to you. You need to drive traffic and do everything you can to the book within its first few days, week, 2 weeks maximum. So just to recap, the 7 things are: publish on a Sunday, publish it at 99¢, Sunday to Saturday in that first week, promote it 2 times a day. That is what I do, to all the social media platforms and email lists if you've got them. I do it once every Monday, Wednesday and Friday to the email list, just to make sure that they've all received it. Obviously trying to get the most open rates on that email list. From that point, put it on 5-day free promotion on the following Sunday to the Thursday. Do everything in your power within those 5 days again to get as many downloads as humanly possible, whether it be yourself or through your virtual assistants. And from that point, typically you are going to be ranking page 1 at the very least, usually, and also you should be getting sales straight off the bat. And also, by the way, at the end of all that 2-week promotion period, readjust the price to $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, whatever you want to price your book at. And hopefully at that point you should start seeing sales almost instantaneously. It's always worked for me, guys, and I hope it works for you. Genuinely mean that. Anyway, guys, if you like what I had to say, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments below, write them. You know where they go. And if you could subscribe, if you're not already a subscriber, it would really mean a lot to me. Anyway, guys, hope you're doing well, and I'll speak to you on the next one.